Could it be that your mind never gets quiet because you haven't given it permission? I know, that sounds too simple. But stay with me. You wake up and immediately grab your phone. Notifications, emails, messages, the news telling you 17 reasons to be anxious before you've even brushed your teeth. You scroll through your commute. Podcast in your ears while you walk. Music while you work. TV in the background while you eat. Phone in your hand while you're in the bathroom, because God forbid you're alone with your thoughts for 30 seconds. Noise, obligations, thoughts looping endlessly. And still, somehow, you expect calm on demand. You lie down at night and wonder why your brain won't shut off. You sit down for 5 minutes and call it meditation, but spend the whole time thinking about your to-do list. You tell yourself you need to relax, but you don't actually give yourself space to do it. Because here's what we're all doing. We're demanding peace from a mind we haven't stopped flooding with input for even 5 consecutive minutes. We want the mental equivalent of a calm lake while we're still throwing rocks into it every 10 seconds. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your mind isn't broken because it won't be quiet. You just haven't created the conditions for quiet to exist. We treat mental peace like it's something we find, like we can stumble across it if we're lucky, like it should just happen on its own if we're doing everything right. But it doesn't work that way. Calm isn't found. Calm is cultivated. It's intentional. It's a practice, not a switch you flip. And most of us have never actually practiced it. Not really. We've downloaded meditation apps we opened once. We've told ourselves we should do yoga. We've read articles about mindfulness while simultaneously checking 3 other tabs. We've done everything except the one thing that actually matters: creating space, intentionally, without apology. Not because you earned it, not because you finished everything on your list, not because you deserve it after being productive enough, just because you're a human being with a nervous system that needs to not be in constant stimulation mode. You need to turn off distractions. You need to breathe. You need to notice your body, not as a reward for good behavior, as a basic requirement for functioning. And before you say, "I don't have time," let me stop you. You have time to scroll for 30 minutes. You have time to watch Netflix for 2 hours. You have time to overthink the same situation 17 times. You have 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes of stillness matters. Not doing nothing, that's different. I'm not asking you to stare at the wall and somehow achieve enlightenment. I'm asking you to be present, to notice, to ground yourself in your actual body instead of living entirely in your head. Here's what that looks like. Turn off distractions. All of them. Phone on silent, face down in another room. No music, no TV, no background noise, just you and the space you're in. I know that feels uncomfortable. That's the point. That discomfort is what you've been running from. Breathe. Not fancy breathing, not breath work, just notice that you're breathing. Feel the air move in and out. That's it. You don't have to control it or count it or make it perfect. Notice your body and your chest rising and falling. Does it feel tight, open, shallow, deep? Don't judge it, just notice it. The air brushing your skin, on your face, your arms, your hands, the temperature, the weight of it. This is grounding. This is relief. Not because it solves your problems or makes your anxiety disappear, but because for 5 minutes, you're not in your head spinning stories about what might happen or what already did. You're just here, in your body, in this moment, present. And here's the part people don't tell you. It's a practice, not a switch. The first time you do this, your mind will scream at you. It will throw every thought it's been saving at you all at once. You'll think about groceries and that text you forgot to send and whether you locked the door and that embarrassing thing from 2016. That's normal. That's not you failing. That's just what happens when you finally stop distracting yourself. Your mind isn't used to quiet. It doesn't trust it. So it fills the space with noise because noise feels safer than stillness. But if you keep doing it, if you show up for 5 minutes today and 5 minutes tomorrow and 5 minutes the day after that, something shifts. The thoughts don't disappear, but they get quieter. They become background noise instead of the main event. And you start to remember what it feels like to just exist. Not to be productive or useful or impressive, just to be, fully, without apology. You are allowed to pause. Not when you've earned it, not when everything's done, right now, in the middle of your day, in the middle of your life. You're allowed to stop and breathe and notice that you have a body that's been carrying you through everything, and maybe it deserves 5 minutes of your attention. You are allowed to exist fully. Not the half version of you that's scrolling while watching TV while thinking about work. The whole version, the one that's actually here, in this room, in this body, in this moment. That version of you needs space, and only you can give it permission to take up that space. So here's what you're going to do tonight, before bed. Start this ritual. 5 minutes, phone in another room, no distractions, sit or lie down, doesn't matter. Close your eyes if that helps, or keep them soft and unfocused if closing them feels too intense. And just notice your feet, your breath, your chest, the air, the sounds around you. Not trying to change anything, not trying to feel calm or peaceful or zen, just noticing what's actually here. That's it. That's the whole practice. And if your mind wanders, when your mind wanders, you don't beat yourself up. You just notice that it wandered and you bring it back. Feet on the floor, breath moving, body here, over and over. That's the practice, not perfection, not achieving some blissed out state, just coming back, again and again, to here, to now, to this body that's been trying to get your attention while you've been busy with everything else. Calm is cultivated, not found. You build it 5 minutes at a time, one breath at a time, one moment of noticing at a time. It's not sexy, it's not Instagram worthy, it won't cure your anxiety or fix your problems, but it will give you something you've been missing: space, room to breathe, permission to just be. Okay, your turn. What's one way you can create mental space today? Not tomorrow, not when things calm down. Today, right now. Maybe it's 5 minutes before bed. Maybe it's 3 minutes in your car before you go inside. Maybe it's sitting on your porch with your morning coffee and actually tasting it instead of scrolling. Comment below. Someone reading may follow your example. Because we learn from each other. When you share your small ritual, someone else thinks, I could do that too. And maybe they will. And maybe that 5 minutes changes their whole day. And maybe that's all any of us need. Just a little space to remember we're human beings, not productivity machines. Small rituals create lasting peace. We all deserve it. If you're tired of living in your head, if you're ready to remember what it feels like to be in your body, hit subscribe. We're doing this together, every week. Real tools, real practices, real permission to be human. Comment below. Subscribe. Let's create space together. Tonight, before you sleep, give yourself 5 minutes. Just 5. Your mind has been working so hard. It deserves to rest. You deserve to rest.